Here we go again. Episode 18, man. You know, we are Raw Minds. We're your hosts. I'm Eric.
And I'm Anthony.
And we are Raw Minds. And fuck, man, we were just saying, episode 18, this is crazy, man. Season 2.
Yeah, dude.
Season 2, man.
Putting the work in.
That's what it's about, and we're not going to stop. We're going to keep on going.
That's right.
Let me see here. So, I mean, we're starting to go on every platform now, you know, which is just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say thank you for everybody that's been involved and just, you know, supported us. It means the world to us, definitely.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for that. Another thing, huh?
Yeah. Oh, I was just gonna say, and if you want to show your support and you're listening, give us a subscription on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram too, and TikTok. We're really big on TikTok, but who the fuck knows what's gonna happen with that? They keep saying that they're gonna ban it. They're not gonna ban it. But just follow us at Raw Minds Podcast. If you guys could do that, that'd be great.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
So, man,
are you ready or what?
Kind of. I kind of am. I mean, whatever. It's always been hectic. Last minute shopping. Yesterday, got all that shit done. So, my kid already tried to open one of her presents. Crazy. So, I just want to say Merry Christmas to everybody out there. You know, much love to everybody. And Merry Christmas to you, brother.
Merry Christmas to you too, my friend.
Well, what do you say, man? Should we kick this off?
Let's kick it off, dude. I'm excited. This has been a good one that we've been excited for. So hell yeah, let's do it.
Hell yeah, man. Well, Colton here. I mean, he's been blasting, you know, he's this all over. You know, we appreciate that. And we're excited also for him to come on, man. So
yeah, bring him in.
Let's just bring it in.
Bring him in. There he is. What's up,
guys?
buddy?
Welcome, man.
Welcome to Raw Minds.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be on here and I get to actually talk.
Yeah, buddy.
Right?
Let's open this up a bit. There we go. So, wow, man. Thank you for, you know, I just want to say thank you for first out reaching out. You know, we appreciate that. I mean, the love that you're giving us on our social media, that's amazing, man. So I can't thank you enough, honestly. I'm seeing it every day, bro. Every day you're you know, every day, man.
Like, I'm passionate about like men's mental health and mental health in general. Like, you know, you gotta push it out there because sometimes you know that extra little shove gets people to listen and get to open up, and you know, one day they might get the chance to tell their story and you know what they went through and you know the process of their mental health from the very start and to understanding it to, you know, when you're just cruising with it, you know how to deal with your shit every day, and you know, you just know how to get by.
Yeah,
you're not here for a cure. You're here for, you know, you figure out your solutions in life and to keep pushing on and moving on.
That's right,
exactly, man. Yeah,
that's right.
You know, and go ahead, Anthony.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
I'm just saying your story, man, is just, you know, it's and where you are, and like our title says, man who moved mountains, you know, so it's very inspiring, you know.
Yeah,
very.
Definitely, man.
Yeah, my journey from the start to where I am today, like I can't believe that I'm still here. I thought, you know, everything that I've gone through up to this point was like, you know, this is the end. This is the motherfucking day. Like, you know, but I'm still here. I'm still kicking. I'm still fighting every day.
Mm-hmm.
So like what I'm doing must be working. You know, I'm not a statistic, you know, I'm actually, you know, the results of someone wanting to be better. Someone wants to continue and figure out ways like how the hell do I dig myself out of this hole? How long do I got to claw myself out of this and get back on that straight and narrow?
Yeah,
that's right, man. And that's a very good point. Like, even on the days that are hard, because we all have them, right, bro? We all have them. But on those days that are the hardest, like, even if it's as simple as telling yourself, like, I'm still here, I'm still doing what I've been doing, so something must be working. You know, like, there's always, in my mind, like in my situations, it always feels like, fuck, there's something more I could be doing. But it doesn't matter what I'm doing in the moment. Whatever I'm doing is enough. right? Because I'm still here. I'm still with my kids. I still have my kids. Like everything is fine. It may not be as great as I want it to be, but everything is just fine. Even if
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
just fine today, right? Tomorrow
you're
could be
not
great.
waking up like as a, like an A plus. Like you're gonna
Yeah.
wake up as like as a B and like a B minus.
Yeah.
That I'm gonna drag myself out of bed today. I'm gonna get dressed today. I may not eat lunch today, but guess what? I'm going to work. I'm
Yeah.
not
That's
gonna
right.
stay home and sulk and poor me, pity me.
Yep.
Like you're actually doing something and like something positive in your
Yeah.
life.
That's
Well,
right,
you want to
man.
want it, right? That's what it comes
You
down
gotta
to. Is
crave it.
yeah,
It
man.
actually like drive to want to do something more than you're expected.
Yeah.
You got to be driven and determined. Like today is the day where it's like feeling like a B, but at some point I'm going to feel like an A. And you know what?
Yeah.
If I hit an A, that's amazing. If I hit an
Yeah.
A plus, that's fucking cool. Like let's go on. Let's keep pushing.
But you know what, man? Sometimes you're fucking Zed. And that's okay, man. It's okay to have those days. No, it's okay to take a knee. It's okay to just stay down for a day.
I mean,
Maybe if you need 2 days. But you know what? At the same time, don't stay there. Have those
yeah,
days.
you can trip and fall on your face, get busted up, bruise it up, cut it up. But as long as you get up, dust yourself off, and say, you know what, let's try that shit again. And
Yeah.
over time, like you're gonna figure things out. It's like, this is I went around this obstacle, I figured this obstacle. This is easy now. I can get through this shit. But there's always like that next point in your life where you need to either figure out right now or get knocked down 20 times trying to figure it out. But you're going to
100,
do it.
man.
You're going to eventually get around it.
100.
You only
Well,
fail when you stop trying, bro. You
Yeah.
only fail
that
when you stop trying.
that's true failure right there.
Yep.
I mean, you think of anyone that's like invented something, they had to fail 100 plus times before they
100%.
got it right the first time.
How do
Yep.
you think you ride a bike? I say it all the time. How do you think you ride a bike? How many times have you fallen down on your bike and picked yourself back up, and kept on going?
Think about
That's
like the guys in the gym that they pick up heavy weights. Like, this week they're going to try to lift 500 pounds. But guess what? Not today. We're still down to like 425. But one day we're going to pick up that 500 and it's going to
yeah,
feel fucking amazing.
100%. It's about setting those little goals right and smashing them, man.
Like,
Reachable
That's
ones.
right.
like when I talk when I talk to people about like my mental health and like what I had to go through, I was like, you can't expect yourself to set like these big goals in mind because you're gonna fail it. I'm sorry to say, you're
Yeah,
gonna fail those big goals. You got to set goals that are easy, attainable, doable, and something that is just gonna make you feel good. You need those good endorphins.
yeah,
When you complete small tasks, you're more determined to go complete another one. You're going to get it right the
100%.
first time.
100%, man.
And you know
100%.
what? There's certain ways you can get to those goals too. Like, don't fucking do that shit alone, man. Surround yourself with like-minded people.
You need warriors.
Yeah,
You
that's right.
you actually need warriors. Like warriors that are gonna like stand there behind you. Like they're not there to fight your battles for you, but damn right those warriors are gonna pick your ass up, dust you off, and like get back in there. Like go fight
Yeah,
this fight.
That's right, man.
100%, man.
Dude,
Well,
I thought of this analogy the other day, and I don't know why, but I saw this picture on Facebook like fucking, oh my God, like 3 years ago, and it just popped into my head. I was at my meeting, and we were kind of talking about the same thing, like how to get to your goals. And like in the picture, it shows you like, it's so dumb. It shows you chocolate chip cookies, but it shows you different chocolate chip cookies if you leave out certain ingredients, if you overmix the batter, and like what it turns out as. And like that's life, man. Like if like to succeed at something, you need the perfect mixture of ingredients to succeed at that thing. If one thing's missing, it's going to turn out this way. Well, once you do it with that missing thing, you know you're not going to miss out on that thing anymore. And then if you overmix the batter, you know what it's going to turn out as, so you don't overmix the batter the next time, right? So it's as simple as just like figuring out the ingredients, find the people who have certain ingredients that you need for your goals so they can help you achieve that part of your goal. You know what I mean? It's as simple as us networking, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like Eric and I have some big stuff planned for the end of January. And like that only happened because we surrounded ourselves with like-minded people. We networked. We found the people who had the things that we wanted and who were willing to share that type of information with us. And now we get to do those things. You know what I mean? And
Exactly.
it's same with life, bro. Like if you're missing something in your life, find someone who has what you want in your life and talk to them. Open up to them.
You know,
Yeah.
I've had a lot of amazing, like, you know, gym buddies in the past, and you know, one of them always sticks out the most. And it's like, if you want to hang out with the losers, go hang out with the losers. You're gonna be a fucking loser.
Yep.
You want to be a fucking winner. You go find those people that are winning in life, the
Mhm.
ones that are accomplishing goals, because then you're not just gonna have like that gym buddy to push you, but you're gonna have, you know, a long lasting relationship or friendship with that dude, and he's gonna push you. He's gonna drive you. Like, I remember I was going through just some like really bad shit back in like 2020, and I met this dude in the gym and his wife, and we added each other on Facebook, and I put some depressing stuff on Facebook, like poor pity me shit. He called me up. He was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm just at home." And he tells me to delete that shit off Facebook and get my ass in the gym. He's going to be in there in 30 minutes. I never worked out so fucking hard because some dudes see me suffering, but he wasn't going to let me sit there and suffer. In my head, he's like, if you're going to suffer, you're going to be, you know, suffering with sore muscles and pains and, you know, working shit that you've never worked before. You know what? Tough love fucking works. And when you got buddies like that around you, especially like if you're in the gym, like, fuck, I've done more shit, completed more goals in the gym than I've ever thought I'd ever succeed. Just because
That's
I had
awesome,
my
man.
warriors with me.
That's right.
That's awesome.
That's real friends, man. The
Yeah.
friends
Oh, yeah.
the friends who are gonna rub you on the back, tell you everything's okay. The friends who aren't gonna tell you the fucking truth, those aren't real friends. The friends that are real are the ones who are gonna call you when they see you going through shit, being like, "What the fuck's going on, man? You know where you
Yeah.
need to be. Let's fucking go."
But you had to learn that too.
100%.
Mhm.
Like when people like, I was one of those dudes. I was one of those dudes. Like, you know, it was like, sounds like they're there. Like everything's gonna be okay. Now
Mhm.
it's like, no, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, no, fuck you. You're not gonna sit here and pout and have a poor me session without having a plan of like pulling yourself out of this fucking like this pit of depression.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do about it? I'm here for you. I'm here to support you, but I'm not here to dig you the fuck out of that hole. You gotta do that to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got yourself down there, now get yourself up. I'm gonna yell at you from the top because I know you can get the fuck out. You
Mhm.
got down there.
100%. 100%, man.
Yeah.
I've now become that friend where, you know, I won't beat around the bush. Like, I'll tell my friends that they're fucking up. I'll tell my friends straight out. I'm anyone around me, like, I'm a straight shooter. I'm the realest motherfucker out there. And if you don't like me, that's fine. But like, I'm gonna be your fucking friend. And I'm gonna push you because I know what you're capable of doing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good.
Fuck
Well,
yeah. Well, go
let's
ahead,
get
man.
into well, I want to get into like the start of like, you know, your journey and like what got you from point A and what got you to like change to have that push to where you are today, if we can
It all
tie into a
started.
little bit of that.
It all started like September 2019. My wife decided to leave me, and you know, I was a dad of 2 kids. Now I'm separated from my wife. Now I'm a full-time single dad with my boy, and I wanted more out of life. And at this time, like, I wanted to prove her wrong, like, that you fucking missed out. Like, now you're gonna regret everything from this point because I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna get better to prove everyone fucking wrong. So I start going to the gym, and like, from like going back, like, I was going to the gym back in like 2009. So like, I knew how fast I can progress if I had the right mindset. And I had a trainer back then.
You have muscle memory too as
Yeah.
well, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And like, growing up on an acreage, like my dad worked as kids, like there was no downtime. Like, we were boys, right? We gotta lift heavy shit.
Yeah.
So went to the gym, started working out, and my brother started coming out with me. And you know, that was a great motivator. Like, when I get to work out with my brother, my blood brother, it's like a bond that never breaks, because like, we're there to get better together. We're there to like push each other. And I loved when my brother come with me because like we would talk about deadlifting on and weightlifting, go home, watch some shit, read up some stuff. Like we were just they're just having fun with it. And that's when it kind of like the gym started got fun. And then we found strongman competitions like with Eddie Hall and all them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, I can do that shit. I could lift heavy weights. I could bench heavy. Like I'm pretty sure I could do this, right? So found out that my other buddy, he does strongman competitions, and we called him up. It's like, hey, this is what we're looking into, and this is what we want to do. Meets us with the gym like a week later, brings like all his lifting straps and shows us everything. And at that point, like I was hooked. Like the next weekend, I went out to the city and I bought lifting straps, I bought wrist straps, I bought knee stuff, like like knee wraps. Like I was down for this shit, and I progressed in my deadlifts, like where I shined the most. Like I have almost every video, and I've done videos that's up on TikTok where it's like every deadlift I've done, I've always increased it. I've always hit a new PR, and I've always wanted to keep that as memories to show me like where the fuck I started and to where I am today.
Yeah.
So got into deadlifting, was going really hard. It's like, man, I can really do this. And then COVID hit. Boom. Gym shut down. Life really fucking sucked. I had a girlfriend at the point, but it was a long year of that COVID and bad relationship. And, I just couldn't go to the gym. But, I broke up with her, decides that, we're going to go back doing this shit, So as soon as I can be able to get into the gym, I'd go work out long as I could before they shut it down. But in the meantime, like I was still at home doing stuff like doing cardio. I was flipping big tractor tires down the back alley. Like I was doing everything and anything I could to keep my mind always like planning its next thing, because I knew if I stopped, that's when like the depression hit the worst. That's when like my whole anxiety, depression, like my world went to shit. Was happy, was it doing anything right, gaining weight again. And I just knew I had to keep pushing. So it's just like flipping tires and doing cardio and meal prepping and eating chicken or broccoli for the last 2 years. Like that was wearing
I know
on
about
me.
that. Yeah.
And by the time the gyms were opened, I was down total weight between bounce back was like 200 plus pounds gone in those 2 years.
Good for you, man.
And
That's
I
a
kept
lot
it
of weight,
going.
man.
And
Yeah.
like, so I should have stated like back in 2019, I was 600 plus pounds. Like I was no small dude. Like I'm still no small dude, but like I'm able to walk around now. I'm not confined to a chair, or every time I got up, my body would, break. Like I was a big dude and it sucked. But this is probably 2020, 21 where, I got into the gym like religiously. I got into a new gym because COVID kind of off in the wind. My gym that I was working out at got really packed and busy. I'm like, this isn't for me. Like, I can't get in here and do what I need to do. So I started going to an Anytime Fitness gym, checked it out. Was like, okay, it's membership. You can't get in here without a fucking swipe of a key fob. So it was nice. It was nice. And, it was a 24-hour gym. So I can go 1 o'clock in the morning if I need to. That was great. That was great for like what my mind needed. If I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm full of piss of vinegar and my anxiety's high. What am I going to go do?
You have that 24-hour escape. Yeah.
I got that 24-hour gym.
Yeah. That's what I joined when I was out here. Same thing. I went through a broke up that just destroyed me. Like I was to the point where I was puking my guts out because I was so heartbroken. It made me sick. And that's what I did. I joined the gym, and I was going usually at nighttime, or I would go 4 o'clock in the morning, and then shower, get ready for work, and go.
Yeah.
And then COVID came, and then I was doing it at home. And that's when I got into meditating and journaling. And it's
So like when COVID happened, is like when I really got heavy into TikTok, where, you know, as a single man, like, you know, was seeing these motivational videos and, you know, these quotes. I'm like, you know, that helped me. Like that during COVID, like that really helped me understand like myself just a little bit. But I still met some, you know, friends that I needed at the time that we're not friends now, but, you know, at that moment of time, like I needed those people. So they don't sit at my table anymore, but, you know, nothing but the best for them because they were there for me.
Well, they help you get to where you are today in life. You know what I mean? And sometimes, what do we say? There's a season, a reason, and a lifetime, right? There's 3 different friend groups, right? And some of those people are a reason, and that's what helped you get to where you are
some
today.
of us left off on bad terms, and some left on better terms. But it is neither here nor there. But you know, then 2022, 2023 was a big year for me, like getting into that new I was already in that new gym, and this is when I met my good friend. He's a personal trainer, and his wife. I was on the treadmill, and like I seen them walk in, and this will stick with me the rest of my life, because at that point, like, you know, it's like I knew I was losing weight, but like I didn't know these people from Jerry or Chad across the room. But they came up to me, and they just wanted to like congratulate me on like my weight loss, how much weight I've lost, and, you know, they just wanted to let me know like how much, you know, I inspire them. Like these husband and wife, like they're a jacked couple, and like I inspire them. So it's like, okay, thanks, sweet. And we got to talking, we got to know each other, and, you know, that's the same dude that, you know, told me to delete that depressing shit on Facebook and get to the gym.
Fuck yeah.
I needed that motherfucker, and like to this day, like I still talk to him. I still talk to his wife. Like we're still good friends today. But when they noticed like the changes that I was going through, like that was amazing. It was like someone noticed. It was, you know, it was a couple, part of the gym community, and that's all that matters. Like that made my whole entire fucking year right there.
I bet that too gave you like more motivation and momentum, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. You know, I just got
they
goosebumps, man. That's fucking awesome, bro. I just got, seriously, my whole body just shake. Like I'm
like
I'm
they're
proud of you,
amazing
man.
like amazing people. I, you know, being a single parent, like sometimes like I don't have all the money in the world because I gotta pay my shit. I gotta take care of my responsibilities, and, you know, they sponsored me. They bought me gym clothes, and, you know, to get me like, because I at the time like I only had two pairs of like shorts and maybe a pair of sweatpants, like 2 shirts. So like I'm constantly doing laundry, you know, it's wearing out fast. But like they went out of their way, and they bought me like shirts, they bought me sweatpants, and, you know, I can't be more thankful enough for like what they did for me that year. Like they turned that year around, and that's when I hit like a new PR that year for deadlifting.
They changed your life, bro.
Yeah.
They did, definitely. They're like angels.
What they gave me was that like that confidence, because like I talked to them about like, you know, this is what I want to do, and, you know, this is like my next goal. Like I never talked to them about my big goals, but I always talked to them about like my individual like little goals. And like it was so much easier for them to like understand these little goals and like be there, support me. Every time I come into the gym or I see them, they come over, talk to me for a bit, dab me up, and work out. Like Chris, he would literally show me like exercises, and give me tips and pointers. Like he's a trainer. He's paid to do this, but he's taken his time to spot me and, you know, my bench presses. He's taken his time of showing how to do an exercise that, you know, it's going to hit a certain muscle a little bit better. I can't be more appreciative. Like, you know, they're still with me today, and they're still cheering me on today. You know, they may not see me in the gym as often right now, but like they're still there. They're still like pushing me along. They're still watching, and it's amazing. Like,
Here's the
just
thing you
I
got to
just
remember too, though, bro. Like,
yeah.
I don't like I don't really like speaking for people, but like, let's be real, man. I don't feel like it was like a lottery where they just walked in the gym, they looked around, they're like, okay, this guy.
No.
We're just gonna decide to be friends with this guy. They saw the fucking work that you were putting in for yourself,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they walked up to you and they're like, hey, we see what the fuck you're doing. We appreciate, we respect what you're doing. So
Yeah, it's
let's
like it's gangster recognizing gangster. It's like
yes, man.
Yeah.
we see
Absolutely.
this motherfucker working, and
Yeah.
like let's go to acknowledge that because
Yeah.
you know he needs to know. He needs to know that
Yeah.
he needs to keep pushing this shit.
Yeah,
Because
man.
like
They're good human beings too, man. You know,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
that's what good human beings. We take care of each other. At the end of the day, we're brothers and sisters on this fucking world. You know what I
man,
mean? We need to take care of each other, and that's what they did right there.
my deep freezer shit the bed last year, and I lost like I think I lost a whole deer like for the winter time, like, and that was like meat for the winter. That's meat
Mhm.
to meal prep for the gym, and like I can go get like we're all hunters in my family, so like I got meat galore. I can go get whatever. But he once he heard that, like you know, he called me up. He's like, "Hey, what do you need?" It's like I got a deep freezer full of like moose and elk and everything. I'm like, no, it's all good. But like that thought, like to call me right away. They
Yeah.
think like this motherfucker, he needs his food so he can meal prep. He keeps doing this, but like
Mhm.
you know, he's got a big heart. He's got a huge heart, and you know, Chris, if you're watching, like shout out to you and your wife. You've
Shout out
done
Chris.
you've done a
Shout out,
lot.
Chris. Hell
Fuck
yeah,
yeah.
man. A lot of respect. A lot of
Yeah.
respect from us, definitely, to him for doing that. You know, that's it's like I said. It's hard to find people like that, man. It's hard to find, you know, people like paying it forward. You know,
You have
people.
to pay for it. I
Yeah,
even
man.
then, like I go to the gym and you know, like I'm deadlifting like 475 pounds is what I'm at right now.
That's crazy.
Just says it casually. Just a small 475.
Yeah.
Nothing.
It's
Nothing
just
too
it's
crazy.
just a small. We're
Yeah.
going for 500 next year, so we're getting ready to train here and go for 500. But like
That's crazy, man.
being taught how to like do strongman competitions to where I am now, I feel comfortable enough where I can go to these younger, you know, these high school students that come into the gym and they're deadlifting and like, you know, I want to make sure they're doing it safe and they're doing it properly. It's like I'm not there not to step on their toes, but like, I'm gonna go approach them like, hey, you know, can I show you a different way of doing this? And you're not gonna like chance of hurting yourself. And you know, they let me in, they let me help them, I show them some stuff, and you know, I always tell them, it's like, hey, you know, if you see me in the gym and you're doing some like deadlifting and that, you need my straps, just come tap me on the shoulder and grab them out of my bag.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So
Dude,
it's like
I remember. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
so it's like I gotta, you know, pay it forward to like with the knowledge I know is like, you know, I'm being taught all this shit. I don't want to gatekeep it. I want to pass it on to the next gym goers. And like, you know, there's another dude in the gym, and he was big. He was a big dude. He was like twice my size, and you know, I watched him for about a month and he kept coming in. So it's like, you know, it's like this motherfucker's putting in the work. Like he's here doing this shit like I was. So like I had to go give him props and like I had to tell him like my story and you know, like how happy I am to see him here.
Paying it
And
forward, man. Yeah.
you know, I gotta pay it forward. And like he's as far as I know, he's still going to the gym. He's still meal prepping that shit. And you know, if I didn't go up to him, I don't know who else would. So,
yeah, man. Good for you, dude. Good for you, man. So
good for you for looking out for the youngins too, man. Like,
yeah,
I've been in construction my whole life, and I remember being like 20 years old doing this shit, man, and lifting stuff I shouldn't be lifting by myself, carrying things that I shouldn't be carrying by myself. And I'm not old by any means. I'm only 32, but holy fuck, man. Like, things make noises when I get out of bed in the morning. And they're not just the dad grunts either. It's like body parts making noises that shouldn't be making noises.
I feel
like,
you, man.
Yeah, helping out those young ones, like learn how to lift and not fucking ego lift. Because I see it all the time. Like, I try to get into the gym and like, I don't lift crazy heavy weight. I'm not training for strongman by any means, but like, I see these kids in there who are probably a little bit smaller than me, lifting twice the weight, and I just look at them and I'm like, you're gonna fucking regret that in like 10 years, man. When you can't lift your arms over your fucking head, you're gonna know exactly why you can't.
Yeah, and it's not because you're jacked, it's because you fucking tweak something so bad that you're gonna need surgery and you're fucked for life.
Yeah.
Buddy, that's how I hurt my back. My lower back is fucked, dude. I went to the gym, thought I was all crazy, put some ridiculous amount on the leg press, and I fucking pushed, man. And then next thing you know, man, my lower back was fucked. And it's been fucked since that day. Stupid. Stupid, man.
So here's something crazy. I can leg press 1,100 pounds.
What?
Yeah.
How many plates is that?
That's maxing out the machine and putting weights on and just stacking where weights fit.
Where they can go.
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
That's crazy.
There's video of 1,000+ pounds that's up on my TikTok.
Yeah.
And people are just cracked. And like, how can you do that? It's like, you think about it. Me being the big dude I am today, like I gotta huck this weight around. Like I gotta carry this weight. So like 1,000-pound leg press, that's nothing. And like I rep that. Like I rep it 5 times for 2 sets.
Holy shit, man. That's not a fucking small amount of weight.
And and to be honest,
pushing a fucking mini, like a Mini Cooper, man. You know what I mean? You're fucking pitching a Mini Cooper. Yeah, that's what it is, man.
Yeah, and I've always been able to like leg press crazy amounts because like even back in 2009, I went for 1,000-pound leg press, and I was 18. I was 18 in 2009, leg pressing 1,000 pounds, and you know I'm 34 now, leg pressing 1,100 pounds.
And just think what you will be able to do, so on and so on, man. That's because you want to get in the strongman stuff, right? Like you're telling me, So
you know, I want to compete, but I don't want to compete for the trophies. I want to go there to compete, like
for yourself,
and like to go back where I first started going to the gym was to prove my ex-wife wrong. Like that whole like mentality has changed because like now I got nothing to prove to her. Now I only need to prove to me that I can do it, that I can accomplish this. I can pick up 500 pounds. I can leg press 1,100 pounds, 500 pounds, anything.
Yeah.
It's me. I got to prove myself that I can do this because
100%.
I don't give a shit about Joe, Jacob, or Arab over here. They don't mean shit anymore. I got nothing to prove to you. Now it's me.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're on the right journey, man. Like, it always starts with somebody else. Like, even when I got sober, man, it started. I wanted to get sober to save my relationship and save my relationship with my kid's mom and my kids. And like a month, 2 months into it, I'm like, no. This is for me. You know, like I don't have to feel this way ever again. But let's just, for shits and giggles, see how fucking good it can actually get. And it's still getting good, bro. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't stop.
It doesn't. Like I'm gonna be 8 years sober here on New Year's Eve.
Good for you.
And
man.
I quit drinking alcohol just for my mental health. And you know, I caught it a year before my ex-wife left me. But to like go back to things like, you know, if I didn't quit drinking alcohol a year before she left me, it's like, where would I be right now?
Yeah.
Where would I be in this timeline of life? Like, would I have gone through all this? Or would I have totally taken like option B and veered off and, you know?
Well, let's face it, like in moments in like that and in those moments in time, you find your clutch. You know what I mean? You find what is going to escape, like keep you out of this reality that you're living in right now. And it's just going to pull you away so you can forget about it, right? And you medicate off of that shit.
Yeah.
You know? And it just gets deeper and deeper and deeper until you're laying on the ground in front of someone's house on the grass, puke all over yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even miss it. I don't miss the alcohol, you know. I don't even miss the social aspect of it. Like now I'd rather just be sober, not go out and spend money, rather be at home with my kids. I'm a hermit now. I'd rather sit in front of a computer and enjoy my time with my online friends and play games. I don't have time to go out and parties at 3:00 in the morning. Like that's not in me anymore.
Yeah, you know what's crazy, I find, because I'm the same way. Like in my young adulthood, I wouldn't even call me adult at that time, to be honest with you. I was just a
me
little
neither.
shit, right? But I mean, I was going out, nonstop, every day, partying, doing whatever, just living the life. And then at some moment, it was like, fuck this. I don't even want to leave my bedroom. I'd rather just sit, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I don't even want to hang out with friends. I like my own space, man. And I find that a lot of people that are like, run out there, do all that, they eventually just pull in and then and relax, and it's, I don't know, man. For me, I like my own space,
Yeah, I need my own space. I need my own house. Like, when I had to leave my family home and I had to go live with my parents in the basement, that was horrible. I appreciate my parents for it, but it wasn't my space. It wasn't somewhere I could escape. Because I would have to sit downstairs and hear the foot stomps going across the floor. So it's like, what is it?
Well,
Like,
you're under their roof, right? So it's their rules, their house,
their
you know what
rules,
I
their
mean?
house,
And you're your
I'm the
son.
guest.
Well, well, not even that, the son. So then, you know what? It makes it even more difficult. It's not like you're renting it out for some, you know what I mean? Like, it's so, I don't know. There's more expectations, I find, maybe with your parents.
As soon as I could, soon as I could, I moved. I got out, I had my own place. And I lived there for about a year. Then I moved into this place, and now I'm staying here, and I'm fucking happy. This is my home. This is my kingdom.
Yeah.
I got like all my stuff on my floating shelves.
Yeah, man. And that's what it's about, right? It's about fighting for what you want in life, and what makes you happy. And having a home, like you said, a home. Some people don't have a home. They still have a house, but it's not a home.
Yeah, I could feel that.
Yeah.
I felt that way in my old place.
Yeah.
I just lost my family home. All my pictures on the walls of my kids and my family, like, gone. And then moved into my new place, to my other place, and I was scared to put pictures on the wall.
Yeah.
Didn't feel like home. It didn't feel like anything. And there was nothing. And like, I moved here. I've been here almost like 3 years now.
Yeah.
I'm just starting to put pictures on the wall.
Yeah.
Because I'm scared. I'm scared that it's going to be like ripped away from underneath me. Like it's sad. It really is, because I sat there with no pictures of the wall or nothing. I'm like, if I put pictures on this wall, I'm gonna end up having to fucking move again.
No, man. That's love too. You know what I mean? You're putting love. You're making this place your home, man. And
but it's like that whole like insecurity is like, you've had one place ripped underneath you, and the other place basically got ripped out because jacked up the rent, and it was like, I need a home. I need somewhere.
Hold on, I'm gonna stop you right there. Don't let your past defy your future.
Oh, of course, but just as we're like relation down the line, it's like when I was in that place, like, if I put stuff up on the wall, it's gonna go.
Yeah.
And move
Gotta
here
change that
and
mindset, brother.
Yeah, but to then move here, then have 2 years, like, you can start putting down. It's like, I'm comfortable now. I'm like settled in. I'm good. I got stuff up on the walls. I got my kids' tree in the back. So like, everything kind of, it all works out and leads up to like a point where it's like, this is my motherfucking home.
Yeah, man.
Right? Those other places weren't my home.
Yeah.
But this is now like where I'm comfortable. I come home, I shut the doors, and I want no one here. Right?
You know what? I heard a really good analogy one time, and it's like, say you have a cat, right? And you're allergic to cats. Somewhere in your house, there is a room that the cat's not allowed to go in, so that you can go in there and be free of your allergies from that cat. So if you look at your life like you need that one room where you can be free of that allergy, so one place with no stress, that's your home. So sometimes home isn't the place where you put your head down at night. Sometimes home, and from hearing your story, sometimes home can be the fucking gym.
Oh, of course.
You know what I mean? Sometimes home for me has been meetings, like home changes. It doesn't always have to be the roof that's over your head.
I like
The
that.
Wherever you
gym,
feel safe.
the gym is like my stomping ground.
Yeah.
That's where I go to flex my shit.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm the strongest. I know I can deadlift a lot. I don't act cocky. I'm there. It's like that's where I get to hang out with my gym bros, right?
Yeah.
Now it's like when I go get coffee at Starbucks, like that's my watering hole. Like that's my area of like that's my favorite area of like where I want to go. When I come home, my home is my home. I don't want no chaos here. I don't want no drama here. Like this is drama free center. Like if I can
Mhm.
That's right.
shut my blinds, close my door, I don't want to hear or know anybody's shit.
Yeah.
I'm
Get the
home.
fuck out of my bubble,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
I tell people that
100%,
too. Like
man.
if
Yeah.
they get too much for me, I'm like, look, y'all need to fuck off. And I was like
Yeah.
that. Was it Friday? Yeah, I think it was like that Friday or Thursday where I told people like my phone kept going off, and I was like, you know what? I'm fucking done. I got enough on my plate. I'm tired. I'm worn out. December's a rough month on me, and I just need people to fuck off. And I tell
Yeah.
my friends that, put it up on Snap Story. I just
Yeah.
need you to fuck off for like the day. Thank you. And I just logged out of Snapchat. I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I didn't turn it back on till like 9 o'clock at night.
Sometimes it's okay, man. You gotta disappear
Oh
for a bit
yeah,
and sit in it,
and
right?
I like when people get close to me and they start becoming friends, either they're gonna learn real fast of this is just who he is and we have to accept him for this because
Mhm.
he's not going to change just for one person.
Nope.
True,
or
man.
or I have to lose my fucking shit
Yeah.
and get really aggressive with what I need. It's like
Yeah.
you didn't figure it out the first time. Now I'm telling you, I just need to be left alone. And like when I go through shit, when I go MIA, I need solitude in my head. I don't want to look at my phone. I don't want to go on TikTok. I just want to sit in front of my computer, jump on Discord, put my headset on, and play games. Like, I don't want
Yeah,
to worry
man.
about going lives or videos or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I need downtime.
You know
That's
what?
my downtime.
A lot of
Bro.
people don't understand is like video games is a great escape, man. Like World of Warcraft was my game, man, when I was younger, and it saved my life, man. It saved my life. I think I've said it before. I was supposed to go out with my buddies, and they're like, "Come out, man, come out." I'm like, "No, I'm raiding," and they're like, "Oh, you nerd," blah blah blah. They're making fun of me. Well, they went out. My buddy got shot and died. That could have been me.
Yeah.
So in that instance, that game saved my life because I wanted to raid instead of go out with these guys.
Yeah,
And that
I'm
bullet could
that
have been
same
me.
way now. It's like either it's for me it's like World of Warcraft, Fortnite, Call of Duty. Now Escape from Tarkov. I have a whole new system, so like now I can run it.
Nice.
It's like now I don't want to go out. I don't want to go
Yeah.
out and I just want to sit home on my PC and
Yeah.
play my games, hang out with my online friends, my Discord friends, hang out my servers.
I do have to say though, like it is also healthy. Like it is healthy to get out though too, right? So I'm not
of
saying,
course.
don't spend your time all the time there. I mean, like yeah, take it if you want. Fuck, have a couple days for yourself, whatever. But don't get into that because then you can get in depressing. Because a lot of people, a lot of
Isolate,
times, will
man.
then isolate exactly, and it'll be usually lights off, so it's dark. You got the bright lights, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden depression can start kicking in too because all you want to do is play that game. It's like how these kids nowadays and like all the electronics.
Yeah, for me, it's like when I come home, like I got a TV behind me. I could turn the TV on and watch anything I want, but I want to come home, sit in front of my desk, and play games when I get off work. That's my downtime.
Yeah.
The worst thing for me that will ever trigger my depression is, and it happens like I can feel like my depression coming on like 2 days in advance, where it's just like I'm just drained. I'm like, oh no.
Mhm.
I'm the
Yeah.
And
same, man.
if I don't catch myself and like help myself right there as soon as I feel it, I know I'm done. Like I'm beat, I'm tired. I'm like that for like a week until like I sleep
Yep.
all weekend, and then I
Mhm.
wake up, I'm like, okay.
Yep.
Let's
Don't respond to anybody. Just
yeah.
phone's going off, laying there. I'm the same. You know
Yeah,
what though,
and
man? Like even to like touch on what you were saying, like to decompress. Like, bro, literally before the podcast, I messaged Eric at 8 o'clock. I was like, hey man, it's been a long day. Like, I'll be good to go. Like, I think I said 8:30. I was a little bit late.
8:30,
Like,
yeah.
I was a little bit late, I'll be honest. But I said to him, I was like, I need 10 minutes.
Reprimanded.
Yeah, I was like, I just need 10 minutes to decompress, then I'll shower, and then I'll jump off. Like, just 10 minutes to just shut my fucking brain off, to not think about anything, and then I can carry on with my day. Sometimes we need that. Sometimes it's 10 minutes, bro. I've had it. Sometimes I need 2 days. You know, sometimes I just need to disappear from the world for 2 days. And it's like you said, it's not like, I understand the difference between what my depression is, because mine is the exact same. Like, it's sleeping, it's not responding to anybody, it's not doing anything. But there's a difference between like holy shit, decompressing and like resting versus being in a depressed state. I know the difference between the two. My depressed state is my kids being in my living room and me being in my fucking bedroom all day. Me depressing is coming home from work, laying on the couch for 10, 15 minutes while my kids are running around screaming, and then me being like, okay, like, I'm decompressed, let me go make you guys dinner, let's just cause a fucking ruckus for an hour before bed. You know, like, there's a big difference.
See, I was like that too, where it's like, man, it's like I want to put my whole like desk and computer and all that in my bedroom, you know, so I can have privacy. But at the same time, like, I sat there and thought about it, I was like, man, if I move all that stuff, like, I miss out on a lot, because, you know, I'm right in my living room. I can see my kitchen, my kids, you know, traffic. One's going upstairs, one's going downstairs. You know, it helps me. It's like, damn, like, I get to be here, be a dad. I get to play my games. I can go cook dinner and still listen to stuff on my headset without it crackling, right? So it's like, you know, this is where I'm happy. And, you know, I knew if I shut myself away in my bedroom with my whole system, like, I'd probably have always depressed. I'd probably never get out of being like a depressive state because I'm stuck in a room, right?
Why you gotta do that to me, man? Now I gotta move my desk and computer out of my bedroom, bro.
But that's just me personally. But, like, you know, I've gone through years of fucking therapy and talking to therapists about like what I go through, and then they send me home, and being an overthinker, like, I'm thinking about like that whole session, and then like something will click in. I'm like, I get it. I understand it. I'm good now.
Yeah.
Man.
But it's like, when I told my therapist, like, you know, sometimes I just want to shut the door. I just want privacy. And, you know, she's like, is that really a good idea? And I was like, well, yeah. Why is it not a good idea?
Yeah,
like,
man.
I get to close my door, and you know, I don't have to let my kids bother me. My kids never bothered me. It was just me being, you know, selfish and depressed and poor me. But I need to think about, it's like, if I was stuck in my room, like, my kids wouldn't get to walk out in the living room and there's dad. So,
you know,
I'll be honest, my kids fucking bother me a lot. They drive me fucking nuts, dude. Especially when they're together. Holy shit.
I mean, my daughter, she's the princess of snacks, and if she knows there's snacks in the house, she's gonna ask for them.
Yeah.
But I'm a sucker. I'm gonna say yes.
Oh,
what do you mean? We're all men with daddy's little girl. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So they bat those eyes,
that's
bro.
a whole like another one's like.
Oh man,
like,
I know.
You know,
Trust me.
I feel sorry for the motherfucker that knocks on my door and wants to court my daughter. Like, come inside. We're gonna sit at the table. We're gonna have a long talk.
What's that movie with 50 Cent and like he's like, you know what I'm talking about, right? Where it's like all his buddies are in the garage and the guy comes to pick up his daughter for the date and he pulls them in and they're all around and like, fuck with him, boo.
Yeah, it's your responsibility. Like, yeah, that's basically like how my family is, right to the T. Like, my bros and I, and, you know, my family, we don't mess around with that, especially with kids.
See, that's my kids, too, man. You got a good support system around you, right? So, and that's like, you got your brother and you said your family there, you know, and it's hard. It's hard. Like, a lot of men don't have a support system. This is why me and Joey started this podcast.
Yeah.
Is because I didn't have a support system when my fiance passed away, right?
Like,
and I didn't want to feel like that.
My family, like, I got two brothers. I'm the oldest, and my mom. Like, we all suffer from depression.
Yeah.
Like, we all go through our shit, and sometimes it's easier for one of us to lean on the other. But
Yeah.
like, we all know when one of us is going through something. Like, we just know. It's like, hey, are you good? And we'll tell them, like, no, I'm not really. It's like, well, if you want to talk, like, we're there. Great. You, like, family understands family. If we'll talk when we're ready to talk. And like, I've gone to my mom. It's like, look, I need to talk to you. It's like, shit's kind of like not working out the best right now. So, but I do have an amazing support. But it's like, I'm blessed. I'm very blessed that I don't have to go through a lot of things alone. I had to go through my separation. I didn't have to go through that alone. I had my family.
Did you find that when you're going through things, though, as like a man, how I was raised I was born in 1980s. It was suck it up, push it down, get over it. You're depressed, whatever, get over
I think
it.
Did
Did you push your feelings inside though, or did you? Yeah, you did.
It did. Where I really started to like figure out mental health and something wasn't right was like back in high school. And I remember that day I was in English class, and I'm sitting there and I couldn't focus on anything that was going on, and I just had thoughts go through my head, and I'm like, maybe I need to go talk to the school counselor. Maybe I need to go, like. So I just got up and I walked out. The teacher is telling me, it's like, ask me where I'm going, and it's like, my one track mind is like, I'm not okay right now. I'm not okay, and like that's like the words I told her as I was like walking away. It's like, I'm not okay. And I just been walking down to the counselor's office, and we had talks, and that was like the start of like knowing what a therapist like what a counselor does and what a therapist does. Had to figure out was like, it was suppressing a lot. I lost my grandfather in 2005. I could be wrong. But like, it was like in junior high and going into high school, it's like I didn't know how to figure things out. Like, I was still grieving. Life wasn't always great. I was playing football. That's the only thing I liked about school was football. And dislocated my shoulder during the game, lost a scholarship. Dreams of like going to like a college or university went down the fucking drain.
Hold on. You dislocated your shoulder and lost your scholarship in sports?
Yeah.
Okay, wait, hold on. So did I. So I was like, I think 16 years old. And my dad had a guy that used to play for Manchester United that was living here in Canada that played for his U50s team, I think it was, or 40s team. Sorry, U40s team. And he got this guy to come down, and he was a scout for some farm team or something up there. He came down. We did this huge tryouts. That day I got to go in a hot air balloon, which was cool. That was really cool. So I got chosen, and 2 weeks before I was supposed to go fly out, I had everything paid for. I was playing against the second top team, and shootouts on the net. Third shot on net, I dove, hit the goalpost, and dislocated my shoulder, and fucked up my whole career. Never played soccer again.
Yeah,
that's crazy that the same thing happened to you, man.
Yeah, during football, I hit the quarterback. Ball came rolling out. I got up, hustled my ass over to it, jumped on it, and got dogpiled. Last guy to jump on, hit the pile, slid off, knocked my shoulder out, and that was it.
But you know what? You are here today because that happened. You are here in this moment on this podcast. I mean, it would be nice, don't get me wrong, cha-ching. But at the same time, you're here, and what you're doing on your social media is you're helping people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're changing lives and being there for people and just paying it forward.
Yeah,
and there's no money that can ever be able to replace it. I mean, I know you can't buy anything. But I mean, you can't, like, there's no money, man. That's the biggest reward is paying it forward and helping other people.
Yeah.
And that's the same for if I didn't dislocate my shoulder, I wouldn't be here right now on this podcast, which Raw Minds would not exist, and you would not be on this podcast. I would not meet Anthony, and we wouldn't be in 17 different countries helping men and we saved 4 men's lives from committing suicide. So everything that happened for a reason to put you where you are right now in that seat.
Yeah, I never like go back to like thinking, the what ifs, because what if it can't happen? You can't change the future.
Yeah.
So like losing a scholarship, whatever. I wouldn't have had my kids.
No regrets, man.
I would have never done anything that up to this point. I would have never fallen in love and gotten married, right?
Yeah.
So like it's all good. Like I'm definitely not hurt about it.
You know what's beauty about that too is you fell in love. A lot of people in this world never have even been touched by love, not even by their own parents. You know what I mean? So like that cliche saying, it's better to be loved than not loved at all. But it's true, man. If you haven't felt real love in this world, you can't even explain it. Good.
Yeah, definitely falling in love, was married, and still trying to find love now. But
yeah,
like even now in my life, like.
But I'm saying even yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love myself.
It doesn't have to be with someone. It also with yourself.
The crazy thing is
100%, man.
The crazy thing is like when I fell in love with myself again is when you pick up your own body weight off a deadlift and you're looking at yourself in the mirror. Because like that is the proudest moment you'll ever see in yourself. You'll love yourself. You will want to do anything from that point. And like to get that feeling. And I think that's like where it drives, because like when I get to look back at myself holding 400 plus pounds, like I'm a beast. I gotta love myself for that. I don't know too many dudes in my gym that could do the shit that I do. And I just love who I am. But I've had to get to this point to like love who I am. Like, you know.
You have to. You know, there's this thing where it says if you want to learn how to love yourself or even find out that you love yourself, buy yourself a plant. Because a plant is not like an animal. It's not going to come up to you, remind you that it's got to feed you, or that you have to feed it, or you have to take it outside. You got to actually show love to that plant. You have to know that, hey, I got to go and water this plant and feed it. You know, you got to take time. So you taking time out of your day, which is time is the most precious thing in this world, you know, and you can never get it back. It's the most valuable and precious thing in this world. And you taking that out is showing love to go and give this plant life by watering it and take care of it. With you giving love, you can also, if you can give love, you can also show that you love yourself because you can give it.
Yeah. It's, for me, was having to love myself at my worst. I had to learn that much as today's going to suck and I'm probably going to lose today and we're going to restart tomorrow, but I'm going to wake up loving myself just because I know that's what I need. And if I love myself, I'm going to do the things I need to do. If I love myself, I need to change my habits. I need to change my sleep schedule. I need to change the way I eat and how I view the world. That's where you love yourself.
100%.
Because if you can't love yourself, then what are you doing? Why are you sitting here just being a bump on a stump? I don't know, like, I've always tried to figure out was like, how do I get someone to like understand like the love for themselves? But it's like, I can't tell them like how to love themselves. But all I have to tell them is like, you need to break yourself down into the building blocks of life, of your life. Don't ever compare yourself to someone else, because like your journeys and battles are way different than mine, but we can have similar aspects of what happened in life. What I had to go through to get where I am today. But like, I had to destroy myself and rebuild myself. I had to go to the gym to destroy myself to start loving myself. Even though I woke up in pain, good pain, but I wake up with sore muscles and just like the dread of meal prep and eating chicken and rice and broccoli.
I know.
You're gonna
I've been
hate
there.
yourself. But I promise you, if you keep pushing and keep moving forward, it's going to get better. I don't know when it's going to get better for you, but you're going to hit to that point and you're just going to be like, this wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
Why did it take why was it so hard? It takes so long to get to this point.
Because
Pain is
everybody
beauty,
wants,
bro.
everybody wants instant gratification, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you have to break yourself down.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got
Yeah.
to. And
Yeah.
I know it sounds so stupid as like little building blocks, but we're all built of something. We're all built on drama and trauma, drama, chaos, love, heartbreak, sadness, happiness. Break yourself down. Figure out, where do you need to work on? Are you generally happy? Okay, but why are you sad? You sad because your job fucking sucks? Well, is it paying the bills? Yeah, okay. Well, if it's paying the bills, why does it suck? What can you do to make it better?
Yeah.
If you're not happy at your job, go find something that you're happy and passionate about. But make sure you
100%.
put 100% into it, because you could probably be making half the money. But if you're happy, is your life going to be better? Are you going to stop being sad? You got to figure out what you want in life and build yourself where you want.
Pick your heart, man. Pick your heart, like Anthony says. Pick your heart. Go ahead. You're gonna say something there, Anthony.
Yeah. So I had a friend tell me this thing, like, if you want to know who you really fucking are, shut your TV off, shut your phone off, don't turn any music on, and sit there in fucking silence. Sit there in silence. You're gonna be so uncomfortable within 5 minutes, and I've done it, because that's what she told me. She's like, you want to find out who you are? Just sit there with yourself, in your own fucking head. Don't have anything on, just you in your fucking head. The first 5 minutes, instant anxiety, because it's like, fuck, like, nothing to take away the feelings. Where's this gonna go? What's gonna happen? Holy shit. And like, after a while, when the fucking anxiety calms down, when the noise quiets down, you can sit with yourself, and that's where you can figure out what you want and what you need, right? That's when the stuff that's going to show up. Where am I lacking? Why do I feel the way I feel? There's no outside noise to distract you from it anymore. You've given yourself the safe place to figure out and emotionally navigate what it is that you think you need, or where you need to put work in, and give yourself the attention in that place.
Sometimes there's too many voices in the room. Sometimes you got too many people talking to you. Like if I message someone randomly, and I've done this just last week. I seen it was a mom, and she was struggling and trying to like get phone calls with the baby daddy, and the kids are being like, they're not getting that time of attention. So I just messaged her as like, you don't have to take anything I say to heart, because I don't mean it like aggressively or anything, or take anything I have to say, but like, I had to give her a little boost. I had to like, it's like, you're doing everything you can, and from like what you talked about in your video, and the whole day conversation we've had, is like, you're doing what you need to do as a parent, and much as like your mental fucking sucks, sometimes we gotta like really put like, what's the best interest for the kids, what you need to do for the kids, because then it's going to help your mental. When you start sacrificing like a little bit of yourself for the kids and what they need, I guarantee you it's going to pay you back tenfold later on.
100%.
Because you had to like just push a little harder.
Yeah.
But you got too many voices, and I didn't want to be like one of those voices like in all the comments, right? But it's like I'm just here to like props you up, like, you're fucking doing it. I'm not gonna jump in the comments and say, yeah, fuck that baby daddy. No. I'm gonna message you privately, and I'm gonna tell you like, you're doing an amazing job. And some parents need to hear it. I don't think some don't hear it enough. Like,
it's hard out there, man. I just became a single father. Well, not single, but I mean, I just been a single father since my daughter was 2. Full-time father. What? Almost 2 months now.
Yeah.
I've been a full-time. My whole life has changed. Like, I had her every weekend, and then long weekends, and then sometimes during the day. But now I have her full-time, and it's I'm telling you, it's a big fucking deal. It's hard out there, man. It's
It
hard,
is.
bro.
I've
You
had
know, I
man.
was working from 104 hours every 2 weeks. Now I'm down to like 52 hours until I can get my daughter childcare. You know, and so I have to. She starts work. She starts school at 9 a.m. I have to be at work technically by 7, and my work is an hour away right now. I'm working up on the mountain, so I have to drop her off. I go get to work about 10 o'clock. I work from 10 o'clock till 2 o'clock. I leave at 2 o'clock to go back, drive another hour to go pick her up from school for 3 o'clock, and then take her back home. You know, and it's fucking hard. But now I just got something worked out. So thank God. Now I'm working at least 8 hours. I don't get my overtime anymore. But I mean, I can make that up some days when I get this childcare. Or not childcare, but before after school.
I mean, like, as I was gonna say, as parents, sometimes we have we sacrifice ourselves and our bodies and our time for our kids.
Yeah,
but it's all worth it.
100%,
I
man.
wouldn't change anything for the world.
No.
I'm here doing this shit. I'm a full-time dad for my son, but he's a teenager now, so it's like dad gets a little bit more freedom. Like
Yeah.
I go out to work, he get himself ready for school, but like as they get older, it gets a little bit more easier.
Yeah.
But when he was young back in like that 2019, 2020, like, I still had to do the dad shit. I had to get up, get him ready, make sure he showered, gotta do the laundry, make the lunches, make the dinners, make the breakfast. It gets tiring, and you wear yourself thin, but I promise you, like, it goes for any parent out there. Like, I promise you, it's all going to be worth it. Your kids are going to learn some valuable skills. They're going to see you doing it, and they're going to want to be independent and want to do it. So it's like never stop pushing, never stop giving up on your kids. It's going to be worth it. The early mornings, the fights, the breakfast, the dinners, the laundries,
all of it, man.
All of it gets better.
You know what the best part is, man? My favorite part of the day is coming home, or actually not coming home, but going to my daughter's school, and she'll be outside on the playground already by the time I get there. And she just, as soon as she sees me, man, she runs up, jumps, and gives me the biggest hug, like in the air, every single time. Doesn't matter if it's rain or sun. No snow. I couldn't say snow because we don't get snow here in Vancouver. Just saying. But I mean, yeah, man, that's everything that I've gone through, all the pain, everything like that, the fight is all worth it because of that moment in time right there.
100%.
There's something rewarding about your child knowing that you're a safe place for them.
Yeah. I tell you, having a 13-year-old, like, man, I could tell you, like, I sure miss the hugs. I miss her, like, my boy coming up, giving me a hug when he got home. He's 13 now. He's like, saying, "Cool, Dad."
He's too cool for that.
Too cool.
That's why I'm enjoying this, because I know it's going to end. You know what I mean?
But I still have a daughter. I still have a young daughter. Dad's a little princess, still in elementary. So when I pick her up and she sees me parked out front, she's telling her mom, "Goodbye, Dad's here," and she's off in the truck. And we take her every 2 weeks. I have my daughter, and when I pick her up Friday nights, we always have a selfie. Always take a selfie when we pick her up.
There's that song. Let's gotta take a selfie or whatever.
That's an old one, dude.
Yeah, man.
But then, like, me and my daughter, like, we have our things too. Like, we haven't done it in a while, but we go grocery shopping on Sundays before she goes home. But we stop and we get Starbucks, because that is mine and my daughter's thing. Is we go Starbucks like right after we done grocery shop, because like we did it. We walked out of the grocery store without swinging on people, but hey, we're here to have a Starbucks now, and we still take our selfies with our Starbucks and we post it to Snapchat for all my friends in Discord.
Awesome,
but like, to have like a strong relationship with my kids is important, because I want my son being 13 and in junior high there's already a lot of big changes, and I want him to be able to come talk to his dad. It's like, dude, like I've been through this school shit. Like, he got into a fight at school, and I had to go do the dad thing, and just like who threw the first punch, and I talked to the vice principal of the school, and then like he didn't start it, but he did defend himself, but we still have to suspend him. Like, okay, you could punish him at school for fighting, but like when he comes home, like there's no punishment.
He's getting
but,
high
like,
fives.
Yeah, but we had to sit down. We had to talk about it. It's like, I'm proud that you stood up for yourself, but like you gotta watch like what the repercussions are like afterwards. And like we're all cool there, and at least I have that door with my son that he knows that he can come talk to his dad.
Yeah.
And he's always gonna be my boy. I'm a little harder on my boy because it's the time like I grew up, but it's like I expect my son to be like start being a young man. It's like start take care of yourself a little bit more. Trim those nails when you need to. Go wash your face and
teaching him to be the man of the house one day.
Yeah,
I'm paving him the right way, man. That's what
I'm raising the next generation, and I need to do it right.
Yeah.
And like having a really good co-parenting relationship with my ex-wife has changed the world.
Yeah.
Wasn't always this easy, but like I can call her, I could text her, and like, hey, she needs to switch a weekend, or I need to switch a weekend. Like, we can work shit out.
Yeah.
And what that does for my daughter and her mental health is that she sees, her parents aren't together, but they're coexisting with each other.
Yeah.
And that's
still
healthy.
A team, bro. You're still a
We're
team.
still a team, right?
Yep. Yeah. See, that's the same way I try to do with my kid's mom too. I mean, it's a little bit more harder when she's still in her addiction. But I try to be there for her. But what I'm trying to do is show my daughter how a man should still treat a woman and a person that's her mother, but not still together. Because I want her to, when she's older, look back and be like, this is how my dad treated my mom, even though they're not together. This is the kind of man that I want in my life. And that's the standard I want her to hold. You know what I mean? For people to have, or for the men that she's going to have in her life.
I think we can all attest to that, man. Like we've all, I feel like
you're the same way, Anthony, too.
Yeah, I'm the same way too, man. Like I was literally on the phone with their mother on Friday because like Christmas holidays is kind of a shit show in terms of scheduling with the kids because like I had them last Christmas, so she gets them this Christmas, but it falls on my days technically. It's the same thing. It's like just have a conversation like, listen, I've had them the last 2 weekends. I know this is my weekend. Do you want them? If you don't want them, like I'm okay to have them, but like I know you haven't had them. If you want them, like you can take them. And just working as a team. And we're like, I say this all the time. When it comes to that woman, I will fucking die on a hill for that woman when it comes to my kids. 10 minutes with her outside of my kids being there, you won't catch me dead spending 10 minutes with her. But if my kids are involved, man, I have that fucking woman's back to the day I die.
Yeah, like
why on a hill though? Why not like in a hole or on a flat?
Because I'm not going in any more holes, bro.
But do you really want to climb a hill?
I would. Bodies roll down hills if I'm
there you
go.
go.
The trash is taking itself out.
There you go. That's awesome.
But I mean, like co-parenting is not easy at most.
100%.
But what we look at is like what is best for the kids.
Yeah.
What's best for my daughter? Because like I got two baby mamas, and my son's mom is a whole different story, which we're not going to touch on. Like it's really like utterly pointless. Like I have full custody of my son because for reasons.
Yeah, and we can leave it as that. We have imaginations.
But it's like for my daughter, like that's daddy's little girl, and I'm gonna work with my ex-wife, and like we have this agreement where if anything we need to talk about regarding my daughter, we talk about it. If I have a partner, she stays out of it. Her fiance, he can have an opinion on it with her and have conversation, but he doesn't get brought to our table to have the discussion. And you know what? He doesn't step on my toes. I don't step on his toes. Me and the ex-wife, we get along, we talk, swap weekends. Everything's all good in the world. Everything's happy. And like, for my daughter's sake, that's what she needed.
Yeah, man.
For her mental and for like positivity in her life, amazing. Because like I even think about it's like, what if that never ever happened? We still fight today.
Mm-hmm.
What would my daughter be like? But now I don't have to worry about it because I know, you know, she's always happy, always laughing, running to dad, running back to mom.
Yep. She's
Like,
good there. She's good at her mom's. Safe
yeah.
place, both sides.
Safe.
Same
Yeah.
Same
Oh, I tell
with
you
my
this:
kids, man.
if
Yeah, man.
I get a phone call
Good
3
for you
o'clock in the
guys.
morning from my little girl, ain't no one stopping me.
Nope. I'll burn fucking
Yep.
houses down, man.
Oh,
That's
I'll
how
burn a
that's how
whole
I got my
city.
kid. Let's just say that Friday night. That's how I got my kid because
Yeah.
of
Like
that.
just to touch on a bit too, because like I've had to go through court systems, but it's
I
like
hate the courts,
when
man.
you go and you fight for your rights
Mhm.
as a parent, as a dad, a single dad, you have to fight twice as hard as anyone else in that courtroom because for some reason, I don't know if it's just the judge or it's the system, what it is, but we as men, we get looked down upon on the system for kids.
Definitely, I would say when I was like first starting the court system, definitely. But I do have to say it has come a long way,
I was gonna
and they
say,
are, yeah,
yeah,
and they are leaning now towards what is right and not just the woman,
yeah,
right?
equal
And
rights.
yeah, exactly. I mean, two of my friends, both men, actually, and they were both on this podcast, just got full custody of both of their kids. Congratulations to you
Yeah.
guys.
No, that's great. It's
Yeah,
always great to see like men actually fighting for
yeah,
what is right,
Mhm.
yeah,
not because what they want is because what is their right and given right.
yes,
Is like you can try to fight your child support, but I'm sorry to say you can fight for all your child support and not try not to pay, but the only person that's losing out is the kids.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's
As
true,
a
man.
man, pay your child support. Don't be like one of those dads.
100%.
Just take care of your shit.
Yeah.
The money
Yeah,
goes for the
man.
kids at the end of the day. She's got to pay a power bill. She's got to pay a power bill.
You
She's
stuck
got to
your
pay rent.
dick in her, man. You're part of that shit, man. Straight up, though. I mean, it's
Yeah.
true. You know, you're part of that shit. Oh, it took two to fucking tango. So pay your
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, no, but it's like when I was fighting for custody of my son, um, literally had to get child services to write a letter stating that if the judge put my son back in his mom's care, that child services would just take him out, put him back
Mhm.
with me again. And like at that point in time where it's like, damn, that's my ace up in the sleeve, is that I went in with a clean record and no
Yeah,
case
man.
against me, nothing.
Yeah.
And I walked out with my son at the end of the day.
Yeah.
We had
You went in
JDR.
with good intentions is what it is.
I
The
went
Yeah.
in
true
there.
intentions, man.
I
And
went and you know
what's
what, it
fair.
goes same with thing with my daughter. I went in there and like I've had lawyers and that, and I was like, it's like I don't care about the child support. I'm gonna pay the child support. I just want everything to be fair.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I have a son to take care of. I got my own responsibility to take care of, but I understand that I got to go take care of my daughter. I'll pay my child support. I just don't want to be bent over the table.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what? Everything was cut 50-50.
Well, at least let you know so you can put some lipstick on so you can look good,
Yeah.
right?
I
They're
mean,
gonna fuck
if
you.
I'm going to show up to court, I should just bring my tub of Vaseline because some days I
Yeah.
felt like I was going for a ride.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the courts, at the end of paying child support, everything was split 50-50. I split my
That's
payments
good.
in 50-50 payments. Our time is 50-50. The driving's 50-50. It's easy.
Yeah.
No one's getting shafted. Everyone spends about the same amount of money and fuel for driving. Life is
Yeah.
good. Like I can't complain about it.
And it
That's good,
That
takes
part of
man.
my life is good.
yeah,
Good,
and it
man.
takes the stress of like that takes a whole argument off the table right then and
Oh,
there.
yeah.
When
Definitely.
it's 50-50 through the courts, now you guys realistically, you guys have nothing to discuss outside of your children, right?
You know what? I wish more courts would to say, you know what, if the parent A and parent B are coexisting together, everything's working great,
Yeah.
great.
It's for the kid at the end of the day, man.
Yeah.
I saw this picture. I think it was like baseball uniforms or whatever. And it said like mom and then dad, then stepdad and stepmom.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like daughter and son, you know? And that's true coexisting and straight love
Dude,
right
I
there.
had my
Because
son's
it's for the
birthday.
kids.
I had my son's birthday in September, and it was me, their mom, obviously my son and my daughter, and then her boyfriend was there. And me and this dude are fucking teaming up against all these little fucking 9-year-old brats at a Nerf gun war. And we're just blasting the shit out of these kids together, me and her boyfriend. He's a fucking great dude, man. But it's exactly like you said, Colton. Like, he knows his place. These are my kids. And I've had the conversation with him. Like, listen, if my kids are in your home and they're being assholes, like, you have my permission to, like, this is your fucking house, dude. Like, she lives there now. Like, yeah, stand your ground. Or like,
be a parent.
Yeah.
What's great with the great thing about having another man in your child's life, that's a good man.
Yeah.
Not just any man, a good man.
Yeah.
You know, that it's got his shit together. He understands his position, but he understands, like, you know, I have responsibility for this child now. She's under my protection now, and that's all I can ask. I'm not asking you to sit there and not have a voice, but like, to sit there and understand I'm the dad. I ain't going anywhere.
Yeah.
Be there. Be a good, positive role model for my daughter.
That's it, man.
That's all I can ask. You know what?
Yeah.
And that guy, her new fiance, you know, he's a good guy. He's a good man. You know, from what I've seen, he treats my ex-wife really well. He treats my daughter really well, and I have no quarrels with him.
No,
Not one little bit. I'm happy.
It's called being an adult too, right?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Being an adult and mutual respect back and forth.
Yeah, I'm happy that him and my ex-wife, they found each other. I'm happy there he's for my daughter.
You're happy that she's not your problem anymore. At least I am for mine.
You know, we have, me and the ex-wife, we have our differences, but at the end of the day, we do what's best for our daughter.
Yeah.
I don't care what she does. She doesn't care what I do. And if I need a weekend off because, like, I'm going to a friend's place for the night, I just have to call her up and let her know. It's like, hey, I can't take our daughter, so can we switch, or can I just skip this weekend? And she, you know what? Never had an issue. Never once.
That's awesome.
You know, I got like an extra 6 days in the summer coming because, you know, she wanted extra time with her. It's like, hey, if that's what you know my daughter wants, then that's fine. We'll make those 6 days that we've missed in the summer. It's all good. I don't care. As long as my daughter's making memories.
Yeah. That's all. She's got a smile on her face. That's all that matters, man. And love in her heart, right?
Oh, she is still any man's heart when she gets older, and that's gonna be an issue for me. Blonde hair and blue eyes, boy, just like her daddy. Both my kids are blonde hair, blue eyes.
Nice. So is mine.
I'm in trouble. We're in trouble.
Yeah.
My daughter's fucking 9 years old. She's 5'2". She has She has 8.5 size feet.
Holy fuck!
Look,
man.
if you soak a wiffle bat in water and put it in your freezer, it really can't be considered a weapon because it's a toy.
And by the time they show up, it'll be thawed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better than a phone book. You get a better, you know.
Well, I think it's for the question.
Yeah. So at the end of every episode, Colton, I like to ask people a question. What's your message to the world in one sentence?
Oh, shit. I have it written down.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I have it written down. It's actually on one of my promotion posters.
Okay.
So it's not about how far we make it, but the impact we made.
Boom.
That's a microphone drop right there.
I've made many miles in my journey. Not a lot of people care that I've had to go through a lot. But what they care about is the impact that I've made on their lives today. For the good, for the bad, for the worse, for the ugly. If I made an impact on your life and change the way how you think, and you can go out and you can do and pursue anything that you want because I impacted your life somehow. And one day you're going to go through miles of your own journey and you're going to make an impact on someone's life. They're not going to care how far you came. They just want that impact to start that furnace, start that fire that they need. to do whatever they want, to become a professional dancer, to be a strong man, to be an artist, to be anything you want. You just need that one motherfucker to start that fire, that impact in your life, and you can fucking do anything.
Like Chris and his wife.
Yes.
Yes.
Like Chris and his wife.
Yep.
Full circle
That was
moment.
the impact.
There it is. Well, man, I can't thank you enough. I mean, we've been wanting you to come on. We were excited. You know, you've been fucking nothing but showing love to us, man.
Supportive,
and you're part of the Raw Minds family now, man. So
Appreciate it.
you know, we thank you so much, man. And
Yeah.
I really appreciate you coming out here, you know, showing the strength and you know, telling your journey and bullshitting with me and Anthony and and hopefully change some lives, man. That's
doing it with the
hopefully,
fucking energy you have too, man. I love your energy,
man.
bro. And you can hear it in your voice, man. The passion you have for this thing.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm passionate. Like if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna pursue it. I'm gonna be passionate about it, and I'm gonna be loud about it because
fuck yeah,
it's me. I'm me at the end of the day,
Yeah.
and I can't change who I am.
Well,
Beautiful.
why don't you shoot out some of your socials so people can reach out and check you out and support you too, man?
You guys can check me out on here on Bjorn.thejuggernaut. That's like my own like personal page where I talk about men's mental health and dating, whatever I'm going through that day. You can check out Bjorn the Fierce. It's my gaming kind of like clips. If a lot of gaming clips will eventually end up in there. You can go check me out on YouTube. Link is in bio. You can go check out my gaming on YouTube. If you guys are into fishing, go look up Dad's Fishing on Instagram. You'll find me on there. You'll find me on YouTube also with a whole bunch of fishing. Not too many fishing videos, but go check out my Instagram. It's got a bunch of fishing stuff on it, and
also it'll be in the description too. So you'll be able to check it out in the description.
Yeah, we'll make sure it's posted in the description when this episode airs on Fridays. And for anybody listening, if you want to sit in the hot seat where Colton, aka Bjorn, is, feel free to shoot us an email at rawmindspodcast@gmail.com. That's how he got in touch with us, and he just shared a little bit of his story. And we reached out to him, and he was super passionate about this shit, and that's how he got on here. It's that easy. We love having conversations with people. We're on the phone at least 2-3 times. Me and Eric are on the phone every day, but like we're on the phone with guests and potential guests like at least twice a week, trying to set stuff up. We love hearing people's stories. So yeah, if you have a story and you want to reach out, or if you have some feedback for us, don't hesitate to leave us feedback. Give us a rating on Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, Apple Music, all that stuff. We'd appreciate all the support we can get. And again, Colton, thank you for coming on, man. I genuinely appreciate it. It was a fucking great episode, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on. It was great. I love talking about men's mental health and just the bullshitting, you know, just guy shit.
100%, man. That's what we do every week, bro.
Love it,
man. Every week.
Yeah.
I do want to say one last thing.
Mm-hmm. I know what you're gonna say.
Merry fucking Christmas to all you guys.
Yes.
Merry Christmas.
Dirty animals.
You filthy
animals. Filthy animals, whatever. You're dirty and filthy, both at the same time. This is going to air, obviously, after Christmas. So, also, if you're going to hear this before or after, happy fucking New Year's.
Happy New Year's.
New Year's is coming up.
Happy New Year's, guys.
Hell yeah.
Anyways, thank you, guys. Thank you, Colton. Thank you, Anthony.
Thank you.
Take it easy. Bye.
Bye.
Whoop.